High-profile cases like the death of George Floyd in Minnesota this year at the hands of police are calling attention to police shootings all over the country, including right here at home. Tonight in my I-Team investigation, officer-involved shooting investigations, we're taking a look at what happens when officers shoot in Riverside County and who decides if that use of force was justified.
Get the on the ground! Drop the knife!
July 9th, 2019. The Sheriff's Department responds to a report of a man with a knife behaving strangely outside the Agua Caliente Casino in Rancho Mirage. The man starts walking down Bob Hope Drive with deputies following him, repeatedly telling him to drop the knife, to get on the ground. Efforts to use non-lethal force fail. Finally, when the man steps toward one of the deputies, we freeze the video as shots are fired. 35-year-old Jason Allen Harris is killed. The sheriff releasing a video statement this week along with the body-worn camera video.
In this incident, the Riverside County Sheriff's Department will handle the investigation of the original call, Mr. Harris's actions, and the deputy-involved shooting.
The district attorney then reviewed the case, and we've learned in the last week the deputies have been cleared of criminal liability. District Attorney Mike Hestron says he's looking at these cases very carefully.
It's not an easy issue, by any means. It's something where I've tried really hard to, put passions aside and listen and really think about the facts of what's happening across our country.
So how often do these cases result in charges? These are final determination letters and clearance letters, all finding no evidence of criminal liability in investigations dating back to 2015. Dozens of them versus.
Since I've been the district attorney, we have filed criminal charges on a homicide on one police officer for an officer-involved shooting here in Riverside County, and that was a sheriff's deputy.
That one case was here in the Valley. Former Deputy Oscar Rodriguez, who's accused in the shooting death of Luis Carlos Marin Jr. in January of 2014. The deputy had said he was serving 2 felony arrest warrants. Marin Jr.'s father told us at the time it wasn't true.
He did not come to serve a warrant. He came with bad intentions. And I would love to see him prosecuted.
The district attorney in this clearance letter for Rodriguez in August of 2015 had concluded no evidence of criminal liability, a position he changed at a news conference in 2017.
The deputy was on duty, but he was not acting in the course of his duty. He was taking care of personal things that he was trying to do. And this was a love triangle, and that's what led to the shooting.
Ava Bitron is a staff attorney for the American Civil Liberties Union.
We think there have been more problematic cases that maybe haven't come to fruition.
While she can't name any specific cases, Bitron points to new laws in California that changed the standard for force.
An officer has to consider what other alternatives are there to de-escalate, to take any other possible precaution before using deadly force against somebody.
The ACLU is encouraged by a new task force set up in Riverside County to make sure no agency is investigating its own. A task force being headed up by Palm Springs Police Chief Brian Reyes.
What this did is brought all the police agencies and the sheriff in line throughout our county. There's probably at least 3 or 4 agencies that did not have this set up in place.
The big change will be for the Sheriff's Department.
In their own critical instance, they will not take the lead role. It will be either Riverside County DA's office or it could be another investigator that we have on the team to take the lead role in the investigations of Riverside County Sheriff's deputies.
There's also a move to release more video of these cases sooner. In this case, it took more than a year, and the video wasn't released until the DA had cleared the deputies.
You got to be able to release it all the time. If it's gray area, release it.
They believe the new task force should help with concerns about an officer culture or police protecting police.
It's easy to make statements like that, but the reality is come out and have some little understanding of what it takes to make some decisions on a moment's notice.
All factors that have to be weighed. The district attorney will also be adding another element to his review of these cases.
I've agreed to I'm creating a citizen advisory board that will review all uses of force, or we may do deadly uses of force.
The ACLU will be watching as the new task force, a citizen advisory panel, and other changes are made.
Really, the devil is in the details, right? We want to see how these investigations are being carried out. Are they thorough? Are they independent? Are the investigators being given real access, or are they being frozen out by the departments?
Now, the murder case against former Deputy Oscar Rodriguez continues in the courts. Rodriguez right now requesting a dismissal. A hearing is set for December 15th. Rodriguez was charged after new evidence surfaced in a civil case that Riverside County settled for nearly $7 million for that shooting. Riverside County has settled 7 cases in total over the past 6 years for a total of just over $9.4 million.